Hi, good afternoon. My name is Lisa Connors, and I'm with the Office of Public Affairs. I'm here today at Burke United Methodist Church with Abby Dunner from our Office to Prevent and End Homelessness. We're here to talk to you about something very serious. With the very, very bitter cold temperatures that we're expecting tomorrow and Friday, our special concern is our vulnerable homeless community. So we're here to talk about what we're doing in Fairfax County to help those vulnerable neighbors of ours. And Abby, I wanted to talk to you. Could you explain what the program is and who it serves?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Hypothermia Prevention and Response Program, its core mission is really to prevent death and injury due to hypothermia for those experiencing homelessness in our community. It really is a true collaboration of local faith communities, civic organizations, businesses, individual volunteers who really come together to work to shelter our individuals experiencing homelessness in the winter months.
Great. And can you tell us how many of these faith communities around the county are participating in the program?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we have well over 40 faith communities that either open their doors to actually shelter our individuals experiencing homelessness like Burke does. We have faith communities who provide food, volunteers, other donations, other resources throughout the season. And we operate this program all over Fairfax County, so in all 4 of our human services regions.
That's wonderful. And walk me through how the program works. How does the word get out? And how do people know, either in the faith-based organizations or for the community that they serve?
Yeah, well, this program has actually is over a decade old. It really did start, and kind of getting the history of it gives a little bit of how people know about it. So it really did start as an effort of local faith communities coming together and saying, we want to do something about the homelessness issue in our community and really bring people in and shelter them. And it's really just grown into a very public program throughout the years. It is through all of our nonprofits that contract with our local government to provide this program. The word is out. The volunteers of this church, for instance, have over 150 people that volunteer with this program. So you can imagine word of mouth really gets around.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so one of the things that we wanted to talk to you about is, you can see the room behind us, and this is where people will be sleeping this evening at Burke United Methodist Church. And there's also another church that's participating this week. What church is that?
Yes. So that's Fairfax Presbyterian Church. Normally the nonprofit that operates the hypothermia shelter at this location is Facets. And Facets generally has 2 churches that host every week. And there are other churches that host through other nonprofits throughout the county as well.
Great. So a church would get assigned a week during the winter?
Yes, okay. Correct. So they actually, churches will sign up months and months in advance. A lot of our churches have really built this into kind of the mission of their church and kind of a mission of their what they do to give back to their community. And so it's a really important piece of kind of the fabric of what they do.
Great. Well, speaking of churches, again, I said we're here today at Burke United Methodist Church, and we would like to talk to the site coordinator, Jerry Stoudy. Jerry, if you could come up here and talk to us about what you all are doing here at Burke United Methodist. Tell me, how many guests are you averaging per night?
This particular year, we're averaging about 25 to 30 because there are 2 churches that are involved. Right. In previous years, we have been a single church during a week and have averaged anywhere from 40 to 55.
Wow. Now, walk me through. So someone is in need of a place to sleep. Can you imagine having to sleep out in these temperatures that are coming out that are going to be in the 20s at the highest? So tell me how someone goes when you open and how the process works.
Basically what happens is we start at 5 o'clock in the evening and we open our doors at that time. Now there are many guests that have their own transportation and they might come in here, but we run a shuttle bus up to the Lamb Center to pick them up in the evening, bring them here, and then we have a van that makes a second run so that if there are any people that missed the bus, we can pick them up as well.
Okay, great. So when they arrive, what happens then?
Basically, they're checked in by the Facets representative, and then they go in and we have, what we've been doing is providing soup for them in the evening before the meal so that they have something to help warm them up.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And then once they get situated and we're ready to serve dinner, we serve them a dinner, a hot meal. And then after that, they can draw their blankets and things and come into the sleeping area. And there's a dining rooms that we've set up as a dining facility that they can go to eat. And then after dinner, if they want to play cards or watch television or do whatever, it's available for them.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I wish I could show you, but you should see the mountain of food that volunteers from this church have provided for this evening and so you have the week. When did this start?
It started Sunday evening, and it will go through Sunday morning.
Awesome. That's wonderful. So I hope you got a good look at what we do here in Fairfax County for our homeless community during these really bitter temperatures and throughout the winter. Just so you know, if you do see someone who is out there and looks like they may need help, the phone number is 703, make sure I get this right, 703-691-2131. That is our non-emergency phone number. So actually I wanted to talk to Abby, if you have a moment, and ask you about what happens when someone sees someone and calls this phone number.
Yes, yeah, that's a really important phone number. That's the, like Lisa was saying, is the phone number for the Fairfax County non-emergency police line. And so essentially, if you look outside your window and you see somebody at a bus stop, if you see somebody that you might think at a shopping center is experiencing homelessness, it does not hurt to make a phone call.
A good point that we wanted to leave you with is that this is not just a one-time thing. We're just not providing beds and dinners for our homeless community. We actually want to eliminate homelessness in Fairfax County. And Abby, can you explain what else is going on at these hypothermia shelters?
Sure, yeah. In addition to the really important work the churches do with providing the food in the shelter, a huge part of this program is the provision of case management and other services, which really ultimately we hope to leave us with these folks in permanent housing. So we also participate, the local Fairfax County Health Department comes, Community Services Board, which is our mental health agency. We have substance abuse services, employment assistance. And really our ultimate goal through having this program is not just the provision of shelter, but it really is getting folks into housing and permanently ending homelessness. I mean, that's the goal of really all of the programs that we do.
Right.
One day we'd love to not have hypothermia programs in the way that we have them now because we don't have as many people experiencing homelessness.
Absolutely.
So that's a really core piece of this program, and Facets, who runs this program, does a wonderful job. All of our contracted nonprofits throughout the county really do tireless work throughout the year, not just during hypothermia, to work to house as many people as we can.
Great,
Yeah.
great. Well, we hope you enjoyed learning more about this important work that Fairfax County is doing to help our homeless community. We hope you stay very safe and take precautions to stay warm during these bitter temperatures that are coming our way. And please, if you have any questions about the hypothermia program, you can go to fairfaxcounty.gov and search hypothermia shelter, and you'll find lots of information there. You can also go to fairfaxcounty.gov and search homelessness, and you'll be able to find information that way too. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.